Hey girl, what's up? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an exciting video. We're going to be playing in some makeup, creating this cool tone look. And I got the inspiration from one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Ariel Ash, and I'll link her channel down below. So yeah, let's jump on in and see what we use to create this look. So I'm going to first hydrate my skin. I did do my brows already to save a little bit of time. This is the Tatcha, the Dewy Skin Cream. Got this with my Sephora points. Love this moisturizer, but we know that she's a little pricey, but it's a really good moisturizer. The purple line is for hydration. The green line is if you have oily skin, then it'll give you the hydration that your skin needs without giving too much excess oils. So for primer, I'm gonna go in with this Tarte Quench Hydrating Primer. It's actually the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea line, and this is the Quench Hydrating Primer. This primer is actually really nice. It's like a gel-like consistency. Kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. gripping primer, but without that gripping mechanism. It's still hydrating. It smells really nice and clean. And just let it sit on the skin, let it do what it needs to do. I'm gonna do my eyes first. I am not a cool tone girly, but I do have a cool tone palette that I felt just was so perfect. And it is the Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette. This palette had so many beautiful cool tone colors, and we're gonna try to recreate her look. I am gonna be using this shimmer shade. So she did start off with like a light color in the front and like blown it out to like make it more dramatic on the ends with the dark colors. So we're gonna do the same thing. Like I said, I'm just gonna try to use the shimmer gray in here. I'm gonna prime my lid with the Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer in the shade 33 Neutral. So to set that all over the lid, we're gonna go in with this Combust shade, which is this shade right here. And I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. I noticed that when Ariel did this look, that it had she took it up a bit further, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drag this color all the way up just to open up the eye a bit more. I have more of a hooded eye naturally anyway, so I do tend to go upward to open up the eye, but we're gonna use this as a transition shade. So typically using like warm tone shades is my go-to, and I would always have like a nice cognac, burnt orange of some sort of color to do a transition. But with cool tones, it can be a little tricky. The first color, I'm gonna actually take this white shade. It's called the shade 13. And I'm gonna just put that in the front of the eye. Let me get a more dense brush. I don't know which way I'm gonna go yet with trying to recreate this look, but I know that I'm gonna use some sparkle. I have to use the sparkle. So I'm gonna put that dark gray here. It's the shade Password. I'm gonna just place that here. And that is a matte shade right here. Comment down below, did you get your hands on this palette when Urban Decay dropped this one out? Going into this deep, and I'm just gonna place that on the outer corner, putting it into that gray. I'm gonna take this black, it's called Black Market. I'm gonna take this black and kind of add it just right here to smoke it out, right here in the front, just to give it a bit of a sparkle. Go back into that first shade that we used to kind of blend everything out. And I'm also going to take a little bit of this brown and kind of smoke it out at the top, because I want it to give a little bit of depth to it. I'm going to go ahead and finish the other eye, and then we'll come back to the face. Okay, lashes are on. I went in with the Ardell Wispy Demi Wispy lashes just to keep it simple. I could have probably did a more dramatic lash, but we're gonna keep that simple. For my mascara, I went in with the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Cause I'm Black mascara. So now let's go on to the face. We're gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. This is an oldie but a goodie. She sits on the skin very well. A little bit goes a long way. I really enjoyed this affordable foundation. I'm in the shade 240 Golden Beige. And I was playing around in my makeup not too long ago, and I was like, wait a minute. This Maybelline one, I know Maybelline has some new ones on the market right now, but this is an OG. So if you have dry skin and you haven't tried the Maybelline Dewy foundation, definitely try it. Like, it gives the skin hydration. It's buildable coverage, buildable to medium coverage. You could probably get it to full. And it's very comfortable on the skin. You ever feel like when you do an eye look, it don't come together until you do the face? I don't know if it's because I do my eyes after, or I do my eyes first and I do my face after, but that's how I feel. I feel like this foundation is just so lightweight. Look how it looks on the skin. Very glowy, dewy as it's saying, feeling very hydrating on the skin, and a little bit, like I said, goes a long way depending on how much coverage you need. So you could build this up for sure. You can for sure build this up. For concealer, I'm gonna do more of a fuller coverage concealer. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. And then to brighten it, I'm gonna go on with the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. This is a full coverage concealer, you guys. So I'm gonna take my Sephora 33N, the same one we used to prime the eyelids for the shadow. And then the L'Oreal to highlight. And like I said, this one is definitely more of a fuller coverage. For bronzer, I'm going in with my favorite that I use for my cream. It is this Juvia's Place stick. This is in the shade Benin. I was trying to find my most cool tone bronzer, since this is a more of a cool tone look, but I do have a cooler tone powdered bronzer as opposed to a cream. So I gotta put that on my list of things to get for makeup, because I believe Ariel used a more cream tone cream stick, I believe by House Labs, and that stick is actually on my list. Like, getting House Labs stick is on my list too. What are some makeup products that you've been seeing reviews on or interested in? What are some makeup products you're interested in getting? My list is ongoing, child. Ongoing, because so many products have been coming out. And I also want to review it for you guys. So let me know what you want me to review as well. And I'm trying to stick to, you know, something similar as to what she did. So I'm not going to use a creamed blush. I do have a blush that I'm going to use as a powder. So we're going to go ahead and blend out this concealer. When you let your concealer sit on the skin, it kind of gives you a more fuller coverage. So keep that in mind. So I'm actually going to set the face with this Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, just to give a little peach to the skin. This is more of a matte translucent powder. I'm trying to keep some of the products as matte as possible, but add in my dewiness since I do have normal to dry skin. On top of that, I'm going to go with my Charlotte Tilbury powder in the shade Fair, just to brighten up the eye a bit more. I'm going to set the face with the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. This is like the go-to. For bronzer, this is my most cool tone to me bronzer. This is the Marc Jacobs 106 Tantalize Omega Bronzer. This is the Coconut Tan. Like, look at that. I feel like this is the most cool tone bronzer I have. So we're gonna go ahead with that. And we're gonna take this Pat McGrath Labs Legendary Wear Velvet Kohl eyeliner. This is a very pigmented eyeliner, glides on so easy. So for blush, I'm gonna go in with this MAC matte blush in the shade Harmony. This is a really pretty, like, muted type of pink, cool tone shade. So I'm gonna use this as the blush. Enough flush of color. On top of that, I'm gonna go in with this Rare Beauty Power Blush in the shade Hope. It's a beautiful iridescent shade, and I think it'll just look really nice on top of this, just to give a little sheen. Like, it just added some pink to it. Because I'm an inner corner girl, I am gonna add in this frosted shade High in the inner corner. Now for lips, it was a bit challenging to figure out a cool tone lip, but I think I'm probably gonna keep it like a matte lip. This is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Biscotti. Let's see. I don't think it get any more cool tone than this. In the center, I'm gonna put the Sephora liquid lipstick in the shade number 62. To give it that glossiness, I'm gonna add the MAC Clear Gloss. Spray my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter. And on top of that, I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. And this is the finished look. This was so much fun to recreate. Ariel, if you watch this video, girl, let me know if I was close enough. I tried, but you definitely slayed this look. And playing with cool tones is actually really fun because you get to like see what works or what doesn't work. So if you're like me and you like warmer tones, play in some cooler tones. Get a palette that has some cool tones and challenge yourself when it comes to makeup. Makeup is supposed to be fun, right? I had so much fun creating this look, and I hope you did by watching it. If you have some of these products, let me know down below. But if you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, love, peace, and beauty. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.